So I decided to split this week into two videos because this video is only 2 days worth of footage and it's almost 11 minutes long. So I decided to take Arwen out on her first outing today, and we went over to the barn that I work at and played around with some of the stuff they had over there. They had a tarp, and this was her first time going over a tarp or even messing with the tarp, so I was really proud and surprised that she, was okay with it because tarps make a lot of noise. And she pawed it there, which is really big. She enjoyed pawing it and murdering it, so that was really good. And she was okay with me picking it up and flattening it back out again and walking right over it again. They also had some pool noodles that my boss threw out on the ground, and so we played around with those for a little bit. I got her to walk over them a few times. She was really good with it. And then I picked one up and messed it around with her, rubbed her with it, kind of tapped her with it, and then I eventually threw one at her and she did not care at all. And of course, there has been no arena yet that she hasn't rolled in, so she had to get a good roll in. So we played a little bit more with the tarp. I picked it up and drug it along, and you can see there she's eyeing it, so she wasn't really sure about that, but she went right back to sniffing it and being comfortable with it. And since she was doing really good with it, I decided to do a little more and lift it up and rub her shoulder with it. And she kept moving away here, and what I was wanting to teach her was that she had to stop and stand still, and when she did, then I would take it away and give her that release and that reward. Again, she's moving around. She's wondering who that horse is in the mirror. But again, when she stands still, I take it away and go back to doing something that she's comfortable with. I went a little bit further too, and I laid it over her back, and that scared her. As you can see, she freaks out there a little bit. So I drag it off her, and she kind of pulls away with it. So again, we went back to something she was comfortable with, and that was walking over it. But I did want to end on a good note, so I tried it again. I showed it to her, let her sniff it, and then I just set it on her back. I didn't put it as far over as I did before, and then I released. So that was really good. The next day we went to a despooking clinic / obstacle course, and we had a lot of fun with that. Flag she was not very sure with. As you can see, it's windy. She really didn't like the flag. They also had some streamers there, so she wasn't too sure about stuff that was blowing at her. And it was windy, so it was making the flag blow around. So here I kind of wrap it up, and I'll rub her with it. She was a little unsure about that, but there was a lot going on in that arena. A lot of horses and noise and stuff. And she was good with that, so I rewarded her. She was fine with it in front of her blowing. So she was pretty good with it by the time we finished. They also had a little flag here that she was okay with that one. She sniffed it, she was comfortable, I rubbed her with it. So that was really good. They also had these cones that you could lead your horse through or back through, and she was great with that. She backed up, she walked through them. She even kicked that one there and didn't freak out. They also had this little pop-up bus that she was really curious about. You can see she's trying to eat it and it falls over, or almost falls over. So I was really happy. She was really, really good at this and was okay with pretty much everything. So there I made it fall over and she didn't care at all. And then I set it back up again. So that was really, really good. Here's the streamers. Again, something that's blowing at her, and you can see she's a little unsure about walking by them. So I just let her chill by them. She goes up and she sniffs them. And then another thing that they had was umbrellas. And this is one of the things that she was really, really good with. So I have it up above her, and she's just fine with it. There wasn't very much that scared her. And then my dad even opened and closed it right in front of her, and she didn't mind it at all. Again, we're coming back to the flag. She's still a little unsure about it since it's blowing, but she did walk by it really good, so we moved on. Outside of the arena, they had this noodle thing, which she didn't care at all. She was just worried about eating again.
The grass is good.
So she walked right through it with no problem. They also had a couple obstacles. This is one of them. I believe it's called a Texas three-step. So it has some steps, and they get bigger. This last one is a really big step. As you see, it's about almost half as tall as her. But I got her to jump up there. And then we went back down, and again, all she cares about is eating. So she was really good here. Really good jumping down. So that was really fun to play on. And then we had our first in-hand trot, which she was really good with. She trotted right next to me calmly. We went through that little hay bunk. And then this thing, it was like hog panels or something, and then it had a tarp over the top. And since it was windy, the tarp was blowing a little bit, so she did really good going through that. The bridge was something she kind of had a hard time understanding. She did walk over it, but getting her to go like straight across it was a little more difficult. So there she walks right over it. And then they had this little teeter-totter, which was where she kind of had struggles walking fully across it. As you can see there, she steps off halfway before it even moves. There she steps up on it and goes down, but steps off, but it's still leaned down, and she was okay with it moving on her. So we missed her there. She goes back to eating like always. And I just let her back around to try it again. And this time she does walk all the way over it. And was really good with it. I was really proud with that. We also brought Star along. for a little babysitter. Just kind of keep her calm, help her relax. So we went back towards the arena to go through everything again, and somebody was there doing a little bit of yard maintenance, and so
Yeah, I think all
I kind of messed with the trash bag. She didn't care at all. She was fine with the wheelbarrow and everything, so that was really good. They also have this big tarp she was good with, and we just went back through everything one more time. Like I said, there's not an arena that she won't roll in. So this was a really good experience for her, and we met a lot of people. We met some people that had Mustangs also, so it was really fun getting to meet them, and it was a very good experience for her.